Cancers, welcome to your October readings. This is your first card I'm seeing actually. Beautiful Cancers, welcome, welcome everybody. Welcome if you're returning, welcome if you're new. And beautiful souls, if you are on Patreon or the YouTube members area, which is where I put my extended readings, thank you so much for bearing with me over the last couple of months. I haven't been posting them due to family reasons. I know that you have been so supportive, so thank you. Today I will be doing extendeds. So Cancer, what is happening for you, my beautiful souls? You have Rhodonite. Okay, really beautiful energy. Gosh, so much love here. Let me just make sure that camera is completely focusing. Gosh, I think my camera is having difficulty focusing. What is that about? Let me draw some more cards and we'll see whether we can get it to kind of focus better. May we kindly ask for information about October? I'm seeing these two and this one, and very kindly ask Cancer for information for October. Let's see what we have. We have concealment, we have mindfulness, divine guidance and knowledge. This is an interesting reading, my beautiful Cancers. Okay. I think the very first thing I am going to do is to read to you. My camera's definitely a bit squiffy. Let me get that straightened up. I'm just looking at the screen ahead of me. There, hopefully that's all working now. Now, Rhodonite, I'm going to read to you from this book. They are so specific, these cards, and I love them for exactly that reason. Let's look at Rhodonite for you. Rhodonite, achievement, potential, emotional balance and open heart. You are well on the way to achieving your heart's desire, so trust and keep an open heart and mind. Life is always full of potential and you are always on the right track, so do not be discouraged by the recent setbacks you may have experienced. Keep quietly focused on all that you wish to create and achieve. Enjoy the journey and keep a loving attitude. Have patience and faith, and the universe will help you manifest your dreams. Something wonderful is soon to occur. Trust and keep an open heart and mind. Isn't that beautiful? Divine guidance. Something is currently hidden from you. Now, not in a negative way, my lovely Cancers. Something is currently hidden, it's concealed, but it's on its way. And when you receive knowledge of it, I think it's going to give you a piece of information you need to move something forwards, to transform something. This is very, very, very interesting. Very interesting. Why is it concealed? Is it just because you don't yet know about it? With divine timing, divine guidance, this means that the timing is right for you to see something at some point soon. Well, I guess to see it in October, this is your October reading. Let's draw tarot cards for you. What is this about for my lovely Cancers? What is to be revealed, or when will it be revealed? Why in October? Let's get. I feel like your reading is giving me lots of questions. Now, because this is a monthly reading and I'm going to do extendeds today, I will dive into a lot of the questions if needed to find out a lot more detailed information for you, my beautiful Cancers. So we have the Knight of Wands and we have Invocation. Invocation is a card that is unique to this pack. We have the Ace of Discs, we have the Chariot, and we have the Six of Cups. I do feel we might want to draw a couple more cards, but let's look at what we have here first. Bring them down here. Okay. I think very early on in October with the Knight of Wands, this is a fast energy. Very early, something becomes apparent to you, or something is revealed to you that you previously didn't know about. Previously, it's like your eyes were closed to this piece of information, but it's really empowering for you to discover this. It's through your knowing of it that you can then move something forwards in your world, or invest in something, or make a clear choice to invest in something. And it moves forwards, I think. For some of you, you even overcome a challenge that previously, I don't know, maybe you didn't know how to overcome it. Perhaps you're given this piece of knowledge that gives you some incredible life skill that you needed, or some piece of information. But there's definitely something that is revealed to you, and I think it happens probably right at the start of October. And the moment you have it, the moment you see it, the moment you know it, it really does feel like divine guidance. You are then able, with real mindfulness, to transform something and move it forwards. You're not held back by something. It could even release you from the past, for some of you with the Six of Cups. I know this has an interesting energy that can take us back. And actually, this could almost be like, I don't know, if you found out something about some family member, and then because you found it out, it's like, oh wow, all these years, like, that makes sense, and I don't have to do this anymore, or I don't have to, or I can treat them differently, or I never felt equal, or now I understand this from a different perspective. Something of this knowledge kind of enables you, for some of you, almost to feel a little bit more confident in your own abilities or your own entitlement. It's like your eyes were closed to something. It's like your eyes are opened by the revealing of something and the awareness of something. May we kindly have a couple more cards for my lovely Cancers. We have the Hanged Man. Yeah, absolutely. This was something you needed to see in order to move forwards. Something that would remain stuck, or that you would have trouble overcoming. Yeah, we have this. It gives you the courage or the strength of your own convictions, or you understand that you were like, I don't know, maybe you were like this gut feeling, your intuition was always right about something, and it validates you. I think the really interesting thing here, my beautiful Cancers, is that it liberates you, or it transforms. It transforms you, or it transforms. There's a knowledge is power. That's what's coming through here. Knowledge is power. You can now navigate with mindful awareness because you know something, because you... if any of you are also working at something, this could be the point at which your knowledge is consolidated, where you come across, I don't know, it's like if you're on a learning pathway and then you come across a piece of information, and all the things you've been learning fall into place. They all connect up like a piece of the jigsaw. Whereas you didn't quite get it, suddenly it all makes sense. That's the gist of your reading, and with the energy, it's like everything suddenly makes sense to you. And because it makes sense, you are now free to move forwards. I think this is a really, really exciting month for you. But I think what I'm going to do in the extendeds, we'll sit with your reading and see what else comes through, my beautiful Cancers. But in the extendeds, I really will dive into, I'm going to ask a lot of questions, basically. It's like, what is revealed to you? Like, where does this fit in your life? What area of your world is this happening in? And also kind of like, what happens with this? Where do you go with this? Like, how do you take this forward? Because somehow your eyes have been closed to something here. because rhodonite does sometimes connect to keeping going despite setbacks and overcoming setbacks, coming through and out the other side with flying colours as well, I would add. If there have been setbacks in the pathway of evolution of something that you are working on, it could be that you discover some aspect of why there was a setback. You know, if somehow it's been feeling like there are blocks, well, maybe you discover why there are blocks or what those blocks are about. Perhaps, yeah, maybe if there have been setbacks where something else comes along and I don't know, maybe you just didn't see something with clarity, or, you know, you read tons of books on your pathway of achievement, but the one piece of information you've been searching for in your research was actually in the final book, and you finally read that book and it becomes apparent to you. But there is, you know, just keep going. If you were thinking, I'm never going to find that piece of information, or the research isn't giving me the information I need, well, then it does. I do feel this is... It kind of creates a shift in, I want to say, I was going to say a shift in the pace of things, but I do then feel that you then move forwards with what I would call steady progress. It's almost as though, my lovely Cancers, almost as though progress has in some way been blocked for you. I'm not quite sure why, but you discover why. And because of that discovery, you now have the knowledge is power, the knowledge to move this forwards, to step up where previously you couldn't. And I'm not seeing you rushing forwards, but I actually think that the information that comes to you, and I think it comes right at the start of the month, right at the start of October, the information, the knowledge, I actually think that empowers you. I think that knowledge is, yeah, I think it's an enabler for you. And I think it does, whereas something has felt blocked or limited, this enables you. And then you can then step up and get going, and not necessarily with speed or haste, but you can basically get going. You can start to, there's still evaluation along the way, I think. Maybe for some of you, if you have been facing a challenge, this would be the point when you absolutely know that you can overcome it. If you've been waiting for a solution to something, it's like you get the piece of information you needed and you now know that the solution is there, that there is a fix. If you've been going through a process, house buying, for example, comes to mind. You know, if you're in a process, certainly in England, the house buying process is a nightmare. And it takes forever, and you know it can feel like you're never ever going to get there, and while you're waiting for all these searches and solutions and negotiations to happen. But this would be like the point when suddenly the right information arrives, and because it's there now, everything can now proceed. And yes, there's still work to be done, but you know there's still progress to be made, but now progress is happening, as opposed to it feeling as though maybe it's just not even ever going to happen, that kind of position. So my beautiful Cancers, I'm going to move to your extendeds, I think, and I'm going to ask lots and lots and lots of questions. Like, what is it that's shown to you? Can we find out? What are the circumstances around this? What comes from this? Is there anything that you need to know to assist you in how you then move forwards? Because we do have the Hanged Man. Will there be more information coming through as this progresses? So I'm just going to dive into all of the kind of questions, the hows, whys, wherefores, and what's coming next around this, and see what information I can get for you. That's definitely what I'm going to do in the extendeds. You're welcome to join me. I will put the link to Patreon and to the YouTube members area in the description box below. and beautiful souls. I look forward to seeing some of you for the extendeds, and otherwise I look forward to seeing you for some other readings either here or on my other channel. And thank you so much for being here. Tons of love.